Hey guys, welcome back to Real Housewives Recaps. That's right, I finally am not so squeaky. Feeling good, excited to be back and recording. And yeah, I wanted to go over Saint Meghan Markle. I'm sure you know what it is, but in case you don't, it's the Reddit group where they discuss all things Harold and fraud. There's just a bunch of news stories out about them. And I thought, you know what? Instead of making individual videos about different theories and different stories, I thought this is a good way to kind of gather them all, look at what's being talked about over there, and I don't know, have a conversation about it. So without further ado, let's dive on in. And honk honk, thanks for being here. Again, thank you for all the lovely messages when I was dealing with my squeaker voice. We are about to get into this, I promise, but I have to tell you, thank you to everybody who's picked up the new merch. And in case you haven't seen it, we now have Not Bloody Likely, one of my all-time favorite sayings. Princess Anne had an incident where somebody was trying to do not nice stuff and take her with him and told her to get out of the car, and she said, "Not bloody likely." And I love her so much. I really do. And I know it's a saying a lot of us like to say. And so we have it on merch now. So check that out if that's something you're interested in. Thank you to everybody who's picked it up. Honk honk. Right, I'm going to kick us off with this one by Forgotten Goldfishes. Great name. It says, speculation that Harry and Meghan could have a Hollywood split. If so, will it only benefit Madam? All right, so this is something that comes around quite a bit. I know I've talked about it before. All your favorite YouTubers who cover this stuff have talked about it. Like, oh, I bet they're going to split. When's it going to happen? You know, we've all had that conversation. But this is now back in the news cycle, and I suspect it's Meghan putting it out there. It all has to do with that stupid ring, and we've been over the reasons why I think she's not wearing it. I think it's just so people will talk about her. But I think it's just my suspicion. Nothing is off limits for her to get her name out there in the press, including stories like this. So why wouldn't she put it out? She gets to play victim again. She gets to be in the news again, right? So let's take a look at some of the responses and kind of see what people are saying. And I want to hear what you have to say about this. Here we go. All right. So this is just browsing through, and it says, not sure there's more dirt left to be slung. No one likes her. Can I put a big exclamation point and underline that? No one likes her. Everyone knows about her suspected worst secrets. Alleged yachting, alleged surrogacy. We know how she treated her dad, family, the royal family, and her kids, Harry. We've seen what Harry put in Spare and Meghan put in interviews. Not much left to say. Not much left to shock with, and everyone's sick of it anyway. No one wants to associate with her anyway. Harry's still the draw. With him gone, she will go broke faster than Tori Spelling, manifesting and paying for backgrid. We'll see your backgrid, and I will raise you security and really stupidly expensive nonsense items. All right, so Electronic C says she'll make shit up on everyone. That's a promise. Yeah, that's been her MO so far, both of them. I hope she's taken down with several lawsuits. One can only hope. I mean, I've been saying it. You've been saying it. We've been saying it together. They are the most hypocritical, awful pair. They will whine and complain about everyone and anything, whether it's real or imagined, mostly imagined. But they will try to shut down anyone that speaks out about them. Unbelievable, right? Unbelievable. All right. This one has come up so much in my comments, I felt the need to include this one. This one was posted by KH Simmons, and it says, Meghan Markle reminds me of Jodi Arias. You guys, it's not, I'm not laughing at that. It's nervous laughter. I Google it. It's scary stuff. And yeah, I get it. And I love this reply. It says, Harry said it himself. She's capable of anything. Which Kirby Hope says it's Harold's self-fulfilling prophecy. Here's the deal. That shit's really dark. And I don't like to go really dark here. So that's why I'm kind of skimming over it. But I hear you, I see you, and I understand the comparison. All right, let's go into the fun stuff. This was shared by AM_Reich. And I love this. Okay, so remember that at Meghan thing? I know you know, but in case you don't, this is something we just kept hearing about, right? They made a big fucking deal over this at Meghan thing, like Instagram followers. Who gives a shit? It's not her big comeback. There is no big comeback. You've burnt every single bridge and you're a terrible person. So there is no big comeback. But I find it funny that they keep putting out these stories like, oh, Meghan has 100 and whatever. It's like 100,000 followers, give or take. I'm sorry, that's not that big. I don't do Instagram. I don't give a shit about Instagram. But I'm saying, like, for somebody that's trying to build their whole thing on Instagram or make this big comeback, that's not it, right? That's not. It's so ridiculous and so silly, but I love, because I honestly put it out of my head because it's so stupid. I love that other people have kept track of this. And yeah, looks like she's losing followers. And by followers, I mean what? The teenagers, the sugars, or is it the bots? All right. So it says, I've been checking at Meghan, the Instagram account recently. About 10 days ago, she was at 129,000 followers. 2 days ago, it's 128. Today, it's 127. Her sugars all know this is her account. Let's see. I thought it would be far higher in the run-up to the tag relaunch. Me too, but I find it very funny. It says a lot. Their old Sussex Royal account still has 9.3 million followers. The tag was supposed to relaunch October 1st. I heard that too. I didn't know if that was real or her just putting shit out, trying to see if people were interested. It was recently bumped back to November 1st. I don't know that I believe that either. How big can a launch be with 127,000 followers? And that number declining daily? I'm wondering if she's waiting for Omid's latest book of lies to drop on November 23rd. Update on that. They actually pushed back the date. I don't know if you guys know that. There's a very nice lady at the library who I appreciate so much. I've never gotten on a list for a book at the library before, so I've been talking to this lady who's been helping me. And because I'm not giving them any money, I'm getting on a list. I'm getting this book, but I think I'm at the front of the list. I don't think anybody else wants this book as a deal. But when I talked to her about it, she informed me that it looks like, what does that say? November 28th is the book. Because I had heard the 23rd too, but she did whatever in her library computers and also said it looked like the 28th to her. So doesn't matter. She's helping me get my hands on it without paying those fuckers any money. So, yes, score. So anyway, when this stupid thing comes out and I can get my free copy of it, I'll get on it. The original poster was saying that they wonder if she's waiting for this book and her name to be out there more to relaunch or something. Who knows? Okay, Meghan, not who knows on the original poster. I mean, who knows what Meghan's thinking. Meghan will have a full-time staff publishing the tag. How can she make enough money to cover overhead if all the sugars on the planet can barely break 100,000? I keep hearing that Madame has between 300 to 500,000 followers. I'm not really into, I don't know what SM means. So maybe same. Meghan, I guess. Okay. Maybe some sinners can help explain where those numbers are coming from. I believe I recently heard Kinsey Schofield use such numbers and she's really into SM. I'm here to learn. I mean, her friend, who I won't even say that dude's name, allegedly runs like a bot farm or something. I don't know. You know who I'm talking about. With the bots. So that they can't even get above whatever the number was to publicly follow her on Instagram. Like the most basic thing is really making me laugh. And I do believe every number ever is inflated. I think their Netflix deal numbers were inflated. I think we've seen it. I proved it on the IMDb, how those numbers are lying about, because when you try to post negative reviews, they stop you from doing that. I did a whole video on it, but everything's a lie is my point. Nothing is real. So I don't believe even the 100,000. I think it's bots and sugars, or maybe curious journalists. I don't mean like the YouTubers, because we know better. We're not following them. But I'm saying, like, I don't know, pick a news station. Somebody like that might follow to see what the hell she posts. But yeah, the whole thing reeks of gaming the system. And I mean, this book, I just keep thinking about this book. I think it's going to be real bad. I don't know. I really don't know anything about this book. It'll probably be boring as shit. But I mean real bad for Meghan, because she's putting out all this stuff, allegedly. Okay, so they're doing it under Omid's name. But once again, we've seen before how she operates. She had to apologize before for helping Omid behind the scenes and then denying it. Imagine that. She lied about something. So how is this time going to be any different? So I can almost confidently say, allegedly, she's got her grubby little mitts all over this thing. So I think it's going to be real bad. I think the backlash is going to be real bad. I'm here for it. I'll be talking about it. Let's go. Okay, so this is kind of a nothing story, but I still wanted to include it because it is something people are talking about. This is posted by Strix Strix Yow. All right, so it says, I can just explain it to you. Kelly Rowland. So remember, Kelly Rowland, we saw where Meghan had her photo made with Kelly Rowland at the Beyonce concert. Tried to make it like it was a huge deal, but we saw the video where they just instantly walk away from each other. So it's not like they're BFFs. All right. So Kelly Rowland doesn't remember that she also met Meghan in 2014. I find that hilarious, right? I did notice Kelly Rowland's been out saying things like, Meghan's great. Yeah, oh yeah, it's great. But this person brings up such a good point. Who in the world is going through all these TIG articles, these old articles of Meghan's to put this together that they had met before? Weird. Could it be Meghan? Yep, I think so. How fucking desperate do you have to be for attention? If you have to leak, allegedly, stories of yourself meeting a celebrity and reminding the world because even the celebrity herself forgot. Again, welcome to Meghan's world, right? Yeah, this story keeps coming out. She's trying to give it legs. Nobody cares. I don't care. I don't care. I can't care. None of us care. If Kelly Rowland met you and doesn't remember, that says everything I need to know. How about that? And I find it a new level of patheticness. Is that a word? It's a word now. Patheticness that she has to plant these stories to remind us all, oh, no, we met. What? Obviously, it didn't go well if she can't remember. We have this awesome comment from Mistress Bendella, which I love. It says, how to imagine that Markle bigged up a meeting from nothing, from possibly sharing the same space with her for a millisecond. A bit like her carefully worded description of lunch with Michelle Obama, which was actually an email. Tell me you remember this story because it's brutal and I love it. So there was some story that Meghan spun, like something about, I think it was chicken tacos. We sat down and bonded over chicken tacos, some shit like that. And Michelle Obama's people ended up putting out a statement saying, no, the former first lady answered questions over email. Oh, it's great. See, I'm telling you, it's lies like this that keep me riveted. It's just no detail is off limits to be lied about. Hey, my favorite flockers. Let's talk about this. All right. I've loved this so much. This is by common_echo 6265 and it says Rotten Tomatoes. Beckham doco easily beats H&M's reality show with critics and audiences. I love it. So per Rotten Tomatoes, so the critics are saying 93% like for Beckham, 46% for Harry and Meghan. I think that's still grading on a curve. Audiences, 97% love for Beckham, 19% for Harry and Meghan. Just soak that in. I love the audience reactions because I feel like, critics can be bought. Audiences, not so much. I think that's great. Beckham also reached number 1 on Netflix's global charts. The highest H&M did was number 2, and it quickly fell out. All I have to say in a very mature way is, ha ha, ha ha, ha. I think that's great. Oh, God, I want my life back from the hours I spent watching their Netflix crap. All right, so this is by, again, original poster. It says, Harry and Meghan must be genuinely stumped how Posh and Bex managed to achieve this without trashing their family, their friends, the UK, etc. It's blanking pathetic how Beckham included scores of family and friends, while Harry and Meghan only managed some Eton dude no one had ever heard of, and Doria. Yeah, that's what happens when you don't actually have any talent and you burn every bridge along the way. Imagine that. All right, we got realistic_twist_8212 says 19% public appreciation. Nearly all their, quote, fans are hate watchers. I think so, too. To which, I hope I say this right. Is it Sokushi Anara? Says, well, this. All right, we got some speculation. Great name. Says skills, talent, and earned fame versus unearned privilege and whinging. Relationships built and credit versus use and distort. Family, friends, colleagues, all constants versus expert strangers, and two family sporadic relationships. Personal flaws, discreetly acknowledge versus never admit or don't have any. PR spin, reflecting on an extraordinary life versus fake extraordinary life, settling scores. One is about them and one is for them. I thought that was so well said, especially the last one. One is about them, talking about, of course, the Beckhams. One is for them. Yep, they did it for themselves. Are you ready for this ridiculousness? Because I am. Karen Delaney Walker posted this, and I keep seeing the same thing where Meghan or her people are putting out this story saying that she will be in one of Kevin Costner's, upcoming projects. So they're trying to plant the seeds again with Kevin Costner, which is so wild because we all have eyeballs and we could see how he reacted to, well, both of them, but especially her, it seemed, at his event. Nobody could stand them. That microphone lady is my hero. You know who I'm talking about. And he couldn't seem to stand them either. But her favorite thing to do is to make up stories like this and try to put it out there. Think about the Dior shit, right? She's putting that Dior stuff out there and then being photographed in a parking lot. So now she's doing this with Kevin Costner, trying to get her name next to his so she can go hang out in a parking lot wearing a cowboy hat or something or whatever. What's a Stetson hat? Okay, so Need to Know Much More posted this. It says, so, like the Lion King premiere, she definitely was not at Kevin's thank you event for first responders to support, well, first responders. She was there to butter up Kev for a prize acting role. Such a fraud. Obviously, they don't care about anyone or anything but themselves. And she doesn't care about anyone or anything but herself. No, they were not there for any kind of anything except for her trying to be photographed with the right people to be able to drop into conversations. Well, when I was at Kevin Costner's, I don't know what accent I just did. And then try to levy it into, some sort of role or something. I really think she is out of options and we're watching like the most desperate of actions at this point. We're back here talking about it anyway. I have to tell you, I've been obsessed with this. This is my favorite photo. It makes me laugh all the time. Look at the grabbing. By the way, I do have a video coming out soon. This is going to come into play. You'll know it when you see it. I'm very excited for you to watch it. Okay. But then I started looking at this and I really think, I don't know why, but I was just obsessed with this picture. I do know why. I'm obsessed with this picture because look at Doofus. He's given up on life. Look at her. She's so pissed that this lady in the pink, who's my hero, I'm going to get her name tattooed on me, will not give up the mic that she was grabbing for. It's like all of a sudden it hit her. Oh shit, people are watching me. I'm on stage. So she has to pretend to be nice. So she does this hand thing. I'd be like, bitch, get your hand off me. Why are you touching me? Why are you trying to take things from me? It's just that fake nice gesture that we can all see right through. So I keep staring at this photo and laughing because it's fabulous. Okay, so Markle Proof writes, Madame's plan backfired because Kevin Costner detested her. Yes, even more after the event. I think so too. She really knows how to burn bridges. Yes, that's what I was saying. Not only was she rude and expected herself to give a speech, which no one wants to hear from her, Kevin warned his people not to give her the mic because they knew that, I love this person, they knew the bee was about to pull another stunt. After the event, the following day, Kevin thanked the first responders for work and effort in keeping the community safe. No mention of the Harkles. Yes. Yet Madam posted a deceitful puff piece twisting Kevin's words. That Kevin was thanking the Harkles for an incredible weekend. What the blank. The truth was right there in plain as day on Kevin's Twitter/Insta. The only acting role Madam will get from Kevin's film is being a rotten carcass laying in a ditch while a camera pans out from the shot. Oh yeah, he seems super excited to have them there. There is no way he would ever put her in anything. I remember when those dumbass Bodyguard 2 rumors were flying around. Again, I suspect that it's Meghan's people, because who else would benefit from crap like that? He's busy. He's not trying to make the Bodyguard 2 with you. He liked Diana. You are not Diana. Doesn't matter how many times you force the comparison on us and try to put your name in the same sentence with her or be associated with projects she was associated with. We're not buying it. You're not Diana. All right, you ready for this one? Meghan and NYC. Megsy manifesting again, this time to get Audible's attention. This is another one I keep seeing pop up. See, I love doing these supersized episodes like this where we can cover a lot of the bullshit that one's putting out. This is a new thing that's come out. Like, oh, Meghan's in talk for a big deal with Audible. Sure. Okay. That worked out so well for Spotify, so I'm sure Audible's dying to get into bed with these two losers. Here's a sample of one of the articles. Meghan Markle set for a huge payout. Okay, she can't even be bothered to do the actual work the first time around, and I believe she's even worse now. So why in the world would anybody get in bed with this one? Bad expression, but you know what I mean. Nobody is signing anything with her. Oh, this is so crazy. To which my new best friend, fair_gas8000 said, same shit, different day. Yeah, exactly. This is what they do. It's the same cycles. It was, I think, interesting at first where people would take notice, but now it's just getting funnier to me. This is me at this point, okay? This is me. Now, think Beetlejuice, one of my favorite movies, where he says, I've seen The Exorcist 167 times and it keeps getting funnier every single time I see it. That's where I'm at with this one especially. I have seen storylines like this that the next big deal is right around the corner and it keeps getting funnier every single time I see it. Okay, so Steeltown Girl 88 posts, why can't she just enjoy her life and her millions, live quietly? It's crazy when you think about it. It is crazy. No, she could never. Seen her step on people, throw away family members, friends, you name it. Everybody's been discarded and pushed to the side. It's all about her. And I do suspect Harry will be soon, and it'll be interesting to watch. Don't feel bad for that guy. That guy sucks too. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end it here. This was a lot of fun. I feel like my old self again. It was nice to get back into this, really talk through a lot of this stuff, and just have a longer conversation with you. I hope you enjoyed it as well. You guys are the best. Thank you for all the well wishes. I really didn't feel bad this week. I just sounded crazy, but I feel much better, sounding much better. These are recorded out of order, so I'm going to be squeaky in some ones coming up, so just go with it. It's fine. Thank you guys for everything, all the love and support. You guys mean the whole wide world to me. Do consider checking out the Not Bloody Likely merch. I'm so proud of that. Jay did such a good job. He's my merch guy. He did such a good job designing that. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I'm very excited. As I always say with the merch, when you order it, just be patient. They are very slow. It's a third-party company. I have nothing to do with them. They just ship it, and they're slow, but the quality is really good. So that's why I've stuck with them. So if you can be patient, I promise you will like the stuff once you get it. Yeah, that's it for me. Thanks for everything. Check out the merch. Check out Patreon, patreon.com/Real Housewives Recaps. That's where I do deep dives. Lately, I've been doing where I go harder into things I've been talking about on the channel and kind of give more of an unfiltered opinion. Meaning like there's stuff on YouTube that gets dicey, you can't really talk about, but over there, they don't really care. So I'm enjoying that very much. So check that out, patreon.com/Real Housewives Recaps. That's where you can become an executive producer like the ones you see on the screen right here. You guys are the best bunch of flockers. I love my Drunk Goose Club. You guys really are the greatest. Thank you for everything. I hope you have the best day, and I cannot wait to bring you more stuff like this. Definitely leave me your comments below. I want to know your thoughts on all this stuff. Have you been seeing these same stories? What are your thoughts? Is there one that really stuck out to you? Let me know. I can't wait to do a live again with you guys soon now that I'm getting my voice back. Hopefully very soon I'll be posting that we will be doing one. So I'll let you know about that, and I will talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye bye.